I just finished watching the Duplessis versus Usman UFC fight on UFC Fight Night and WWE's Saturday Night's main event, so let's review them both in today's video. First up, let's talk about the UFC Fight Night main event, which was Duplessis versus Usman. So, this fight was crazy, and honestly, after the Conor McGregor and Max Holloway fight, I was hoping for a fight that was semi-good after that big disappointment. And these two fighters definitely delivered. This was a match full of big hits, big kicks, and just a lot of offense from both fighters. Now, the person who came out on top was Duplessis. He got the win by unanimous decision. So yes, it did go 5 rounds, which is good because we just needed a good long fight to end this UFC Fight Night, and this fight sure delivered that. Now let's move on to WWE's Saturday Night's main event, which was a pretty good Saturday Night's main event, I'm not gonna lie. It was in Madison Square Garden in New York City, so you know they hyped the Knicks a bunch. And the first match of the night was Fatal Influence versus Brie Bella and Paige. So this was the only mediocre match in the event because I just don't really find entertainment out of Fatal Influence yet. There are no Damage Control. If you remember Damage Control, it was Bayley's little faction. That was actually entertaining because they were kind of taking over their show, but Fatal Influence just doesn't have the same aura that they did. So, Fatal Influence, they do have the skill because Fatal Influence did pick up the win, and now they have the women's tag titles, and Brie Bella and Paige no longer have them. So, I think this is good because now Paige can go into the singles department and she can battle for a women's Intercontinental Championship, the Women's United States Championship, or maybe even one of the main two, the Women's World Heavyweight Championship and then the Women's Championship. So, I think that this is very good for Paige. As for Brie Bella, we're probably not going to see her for a while until Nikki Bella fully recovers, and then they can actually run the tag team as the Bella Twins, because it didn't even last like a month after Nikki Bella and Brie Bella reunited before WrestleMania. Next up was a no disqualification match between Danhausen, which is a community favorite and favorite to win, versus JD McDonough. Now, this match was, again, just a serious wrestler, JD McDonough, paired with a silly guy, Danhausen, obviously. So, this match was on the fun side of things, on the entertainment side of things. It was a very good match, but on the wrestling side and the actual physical contact, it was a pretty mediocre match, but the entertainment made up for it. So, of course, we had to have Minihausen's attack Dominic Mysterio and JD because Dom was standing ringside. And we had 3 Minihausens come out and attack. And we also had Carl Anthony Towns come out. So, basically, that stuffed animal cat that Danhausen introduced to Jackie Redmond last night on SmackDown, he took that out, put it in the cloning machine, and out came Carl Anthony Towns. So, he storms down to the ring and chokeslams both Dominic Mysterio and JD McDonough. And Danhausen gets the win in this match. Next up was Bayley versus Lyra Valkyria. Now, I'm not really into this whole Bayley-Lyra Valkyria thing. Bayley has been dumped by so many people, as I mentioned Damage Control earlier. She was dumped by them, so it's just notorious. And I was saying tonight, I think Bayley should go back to how she was, her little hugs, all the blow-ups and stuff, because that is her original character. Like, we need to go back. This whole role model thing, it's cool, but it's definitely run its course, and I think it's time for a change, and I would change back to what she was, just for nostalgia reasons, and also because she was more entertaining, and she was winning championships when she was like that, and now she doesn't. But anyways, as for the match tonight at Saturday Night's main event, she was versing Lyra Valkyria. And Lyra Valkyria has recently had a bit of a character change. So now she's more serious, more heelish. So I don't really know. I don't really see a difference, but I guess there is one. She just always looks more mad at everything. And the result of this match was Valkyria defeating Bayley via referee stoppage. Next up was what I thought would be the main event of the night, CM Punk and Cody Rhodes versus Gunther and Sami Zayn. Now, on paper, this match is actually pretty big, but you have to keep in mind that this is Saturday night's main event, so they can't go crazy. If I were them, I would have done this as set up as a fatal 4-way at SummerSlam. But that is what they're going to do, so it's good. Anyways, Gunther and Sami do not have any sort of bond as a tag team should, because they're actually enemies, and Sami Zayn wants to challenge Gunther because they're enemies. So, and CM Punk and Cody are friends, but I don't think that's going to last because they got to make the storyline for SummerSlam interesting when they verse each other. So, I think to make it interesting, we turn them on each other and they make that we just make them enemies. So then the storylines are more interesting. But towards the back half of this match, Nick Aldis came out and he attacked Gunther by pulling the ref out from under the ring as Gunther was about to win, which I haven't seen a general manager interfere with the match in a very, very long time. But anyway, if Nick Aldis versus Gunther doesn't happen, I would be surprised because they've been hyping it like crazy. I said it in my video about SmackDown last night that Nick Aldis might actually wrestle. And this match has been rumored for months, but I think it is finally time. As for the result of the match, Cody Rhodes and CM Punk came out with the win over Gunther and Sami. And for the main event of Saturday night's main event, so it was the big Saturday night main event here in Madison Square Garden. It was Roman Reigns and Jalen Brunson doing some acknowledgement ceremony, I guess. So Jalen Brunson, you know, he's a basketball player and he's not really a talker on the mic. So Roman Reigns was doing all the talking in this. And I don't know what I was expecting. I think I was expecting like them to announce some event or some collab with the NBA or just the Knicks in general or Madison Square Garden or something. But all we got was Jalen Brunson getting his own custom-made World Heavyweight Championship. That was the blue, the New York Knicks blue, and it had number 11 Brunson on the nameplates. So this belt, you already know, is being sold on WWE Shop. But anyway, so after that, we have Seth Rollins' music hits, and we have Tyrese Halliburton come down the runway. But, of course, that's obviously not Seth. So then Seth comes around and attacks Roman from behind. And then I guess Tyrese Halliburton and Jalen Brunson just have a stare down on the edge of the ring while Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins were fighting it out. And it ended with the Visionary getting a spear from Roman Reigns. And, of course, after they took care of Seth Rollins and Tyrese Halliburton, they both left, and then Roman Reigns and Jalen Brunson kept celebrating because Jalen Brunson held up the World Heavyweight Championship, and Roman Reigns held up the NBA Championship trophy, and they both basically posed for a photo, I'm just going to put it like that. And that was how they signed off the air of this Saturday night's main event. Thank you for watching this special collab episode of UFC and WWE. If you want more shows like this one, be sure to like and subscribe below. And I'll see you guys next time.